And you get to the top of a hill, you're fucking breathing out your ass. I mean, breathing out your ass. Your legs are kind of screaming. And as runners, we have this like tendency to think, oh, perfect form, perfect breathing pattern. What is my breathing pattern? Blah, blah, blah. Sometimes you just have to fucking suck it up and just go to plan B and just get to the top of the hill as quick as you can. So I made it to St Moritz. Bit of a nightmare train journey, flying, delayed flight, train journey, delays on the train. There was a landslide and the train instructors, drivers, workers held 2 trains for me to get up the mountain. You're talking 15 minutes late. They held the train so that I could get up the mountain, which is, yeah, that was very nice hospitality. So this is all about performance. We're probably about 14 weeks away from Berlin now. Training's going to start to heat up a bit. This is where you need to really put in the work, but in a really sensible and disciplined way. That's running. Good decisions. If you can do it one day, you can do it for a week, you can do it for a month. You start to put big months back to back, and it's not big as in like loads of training, just really bloody good decisions on a daily basis for a long enough period of time. You get big results that surprise you. And then you're like, why am I surprised if I look at what I've just done? Being disciplined, doing my recovery stuff, working on my psychology, not getting sucked into the trap of trying to train too hard. You realize, fuck, I deserve that. I earned that. I earned that in a honest and real way by working on all those things that were holding me back. That's running. So let's get into some training. I need to go warm up. It's a lovely day. Of course it is. St Moritz is fantastic. So we'll get into some training. Today's just some threshold and some light hills. After travel, first couple of days at altitude, you control everything by lactate and heart rate. Hills can get the muscles firing a little bit again post-travel. And I've just neglected some, like what I will call turnover, which is just doing something a bit faster, even though I might nail them. So if 4 or 5 weeks have gone by since you've done some sort of like quicker stuff, well, yeah, you should do some quicker stuff. If anything, just to show yourself, still got it. But there's also a element of it's good for the legs, it's good for the neuromuscular power, things like this. So, but I believe it's also a psychology thing where if you're doing it every 2 weeks, maybe it's strides, maybe it's hill strides, maybe it's just running a bit faster when you finish a run, 3 to 4 times 80 meters. It's enough to just keep the body in sync with running a bit quicker. So sprinting is a skill that you can learn and teach your body, both from a physical perspective and from the psychology of just feeling in control when you're sprinting. It's something that if you do it consistently enough, you can improve substantially. Do it in a sensible way so that you don't get hurt, don't go guns blazing the first time you do it, but it's worth doing. I have a race coming up in 3.5 weeks time, a 5k in Ireland, Morton Games, which I'm very excited about. But if I want to run quick there, well then I've got to practice running quick here, or I'll just not feel prepared when I get there, which is what nobody wants. Okay, so look, that's session done. I'm back. Smoothie, but bit smaller than the smoothie that I'm used to having in Flagstaff, so might need to have 2 of those. Session was good. It's day 2 at altitude. I was told guy called Marius Bakken, who you can check out his article on Ingebrigtsen training, threshold training. He sort of told me that so long as you control the heart rate and lactate, day 2 is fine. Speed won't be what it normally is, but don't let ego take over. My ego a couple of times today was saying we don't run this pace, and I wanted to speed up, but I didn't. That's good. Lactate was 2.8. Probably ideally it would have been 2.3 to 2. No, actually 2.8 is fine. My baseline is like 2, so it has moved a little bit, but it hasn't moved too much. It's probably like higher side of the bottom threshold, beginning of the next threshold. So aerobic threshold, anaerobic threshold. If you want to know more on that, check out my other videos or go to the website joggingroom.com. You can find heaps more of that on, education around training, what to do, how to recover, how to eat, sleep, blah, 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 blah. Today, I just wanted to do a quick video showing the session, bit more St Moritz because it's beautiful. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm happy with how today went. It wasn't perfect conditions, perfect environment to train in, but it was super windy. And there was massive groups of walkers. I should have remembered that the lake is not the best place to do training. While it's beautiful, you get 50 to 70 pensioners, elder people walking, often unpredictable. And two of the reps, instead of probably running 315 to 320 per K, I had to stop, literally walk past the group of pensioners and then start going again. Because I was filming, I didn't stop to watch, but it doesn't matter. The reason I told you that story is because there's a lesson there that things might happen in training, whether people, environment, doesn't matter. You just have to be flexible with it. Don't get all hot and bothered. Don't get annoyed. Don't get upset. Don't let it ruin the next rep. Just roll with it. Things happen. Shit can happen. And that's not even shit. That's just, it's fine. So apart from that, really good. Then I did the hills. Hills were awesome. I felt good. I think it's good to do hard hills. And I think when you're doing hard hills, there's a really good book, Andre Agassi, The Open. And you get to the top of a hill, you're fucking breathing out your ass. I mean, breathing out your ass. Your legs are kind of screaming. And as runners, we have this like tendency to think, oh, perfect form, perfect breathing pattern. What is my breathing pattern? Blah, blah, blah. Sometimes you just have to fucking suck it up and just go to plan B and just get to the top of the hill as quick as you can. I'm not saying don't practice good form, even though that sounds like it's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that don't always try to be perfect. In the book, The Open, Andre Agassi, a coach eventually tells him that he keeps trying to play every shot like the world number one. And he's like, you're playing the world number 30. So instead of trying to hit the ball down the line and missing the shot, losing the point, hit the ball an inch or two inside the line. That might not be a shot like the world number one, like you try to hit every shot, but it's a good enough shot to win the game. And as running, that's sometimes what you have to think about. A to B as quick as you can. Does it matter sometimes where the arms are going, how you sound, how you look? Not so much. That's all internal ego. Sometimes you just have to, get up the effing hill. So I'm going to leave you at that. Like, subscribe, do all those nice things. If you'd like to check out the running school, recovery, nutrition, strength conditioning, running specific, and of course, psychology, do. And have a lovely day. Be kind, be nice to yourself. We're not always. So give yourself a pat in the back, big hug, and live to fight another day.